I also like to talk about starting a new chapter. It's helpful to look back on our lives and see a series of chapters unfolding, maybe things that, milestones that mark our journey, like our graduation or marriage, birth of children, promotions, retirement, maybe death of a spouse, maybe someone getting sick, maybe a husband developing Alzheimer's. These are chapters, these are events in our lives. And we have to look at starting new chapters, whether intended or not, whether pleasant or not, whether liberating or not. Sometimes we have to downsize. We have to give up our favorite possessions or maybe our furniture and move into a smaller home. Maybe there's a divorce in our life. Maybe giving up the car keys and no longer having access to, that independence that driving brings. Maybe the death of a spouse. How do I go on after losing a spouse of 40 or 50 years? The future is too dark. I can't imagine living the rest of my life alone. Well, yeah, I'm not minimizing this, believe me, but we need to go through that grief. We need to mourn the loss and work through it, and then look at what's next. We have to be able to say, okay, what do I have in my horizon now? What's my future like in this new chapter? Okay, so we redefine ourselves. We're no longer happily married. Now we're a widow or widower. So we create a new definition of ourselves, and we learn to stay positive in the face of these changes, even in the face of these losses. So let's say a husband comes down with Alzheimer's disease. Again, this is my new role. I'm writing a new script for myself. I'm now responsible for taking care of my husband. He has a debilitating dementia and he needs my care. And this is my new chapter. This is my new chapter. And it's helpful to describe it that way to ourselves because it helps us to kind of create that new character that we didn't envision for ourselves, but now we have the way to write a new script. It's our script. We can write whatever we want. I've talked with a couple of actors who've been on my podcasts, and they've, when they describe, their roles, they get the scripts and they take on a new character. And I asked them both about how do they do that. And of course, there's a lot involved in the method acting, of course, but understanding that need to let go of yesterday. Don't let what I did yesterday or last year define who I am today. That's really crucial. And a good actor, and not just actors, of course, but anybody facing these changes, these new chapters, has to understand I don't have to define myself today based on what I did yesterday or what I did last year. And that means, at the same time, maybe starting a new career, maybe learning some new skills or new talents, or learning a new language, learning to play a musical instrument. I bought myself a set of electronic drums a few months ago. I've never played the drums. I never played any musical instrument, and I'm learning because I want to learn and I want to open some new doors and see what opportunities that brings. And so far I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. So the notion is, let's be ready to open new doors and see what opportunities are out there.